What's up guys, FallenRedZeo here, bringing you more Overwatch Ultimate figures from Hasbro. So in this set we have Wave 2, so we have Zarya, McCree, and Junkrat, and these are just individual figures, that's why I have all three of them here together. So again, pretty cool wave. Getting Junkrat was always one of my favorites to play as. McCree looks really cool, and then Zarya is just a big giant lady and stuff, so it's pretty cool to have those. And then we got the 2-pack of the brothers with Genji and Hanzo in it, so this is pretty cool. This is the set my brother wanted more than any others, because he loves both these characters, so this is a pretty cool set. So we'll go ahead and open these, and then we'll take a look at the back, see all their information stuff and what weapons and moves they do and stuff and ultimates and everything. So we'll go ahead and look at that. But before we do, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video if you enjoy. Leave any comments you have down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. So let's go ahead and jump into them. So starting off, we have Zarya, which her real name is Alexandra Zaranova, so she's Russian, and this is pretty cool looking here. So she is considered to be one of the world's strongest women. She's an Olympic level bodybuilder, and so that's why she's as large as she is, because you know she's got a lot of muscles and everything on her. But I like the look of this a lot, so I really like up here at the top with her pink hair. It's like a nice bright hot pink, which looks really cool and stuff. I like the way it's designed and everything, and she has a scar there down on her face. The way they designed it on here, it's kind of deep too, so it's pretty crazy just how deep it's got, like a little star design and stuff there. But other than that, you know, nice pretty face and stuff, the way it's designed and everything. And then we go into her body, so you can see like her arms and stuff, they're big giant muscling stuff, so that's, you know, her bodybuilder. But then she has this giant like armor set on, which I don't know much about her armor or anything, but as you can see, it's just big giant and massive and everything. So it's got the blue color, has some stuff on her chest of her like affiliations and everything, pack here on her back and stuff with what look to be like some exhaust holes, nice belt there around her waist, and then big giant armor pieces there on her legs with some nice red detailings, as you can see there on her thigh, then even on the knee, and then down on the lower leg. She's got some nice big heavy metal boots on and stuff. You know, she's all armored out and everything. She has some bands around her arms there, you know, probably to help her fighting and stuff like that, and then some gloves there on her hands. Stuff looks very nice and everything. For moon, so the heads can twist and nod a little bit there, as you can see. And then we go to the shoulders, so the shoulders do come up pretty high, so that's pretty good movements there for that. And then rotate all the way around. We have the bicep twist there, big old biceps there. Then we've got the double elbow joint, as you can see there. And then we've got the wrist that can twist around and of course flex a little. Then we go to her main body, where she has the twist right under her chest, so the twist and a little bit of a crunch there, as you can kind of see just a little bit. But then she has an additional crunch. It's kind of hidden under her belt here, it's hard to see, but she has the additional crunch that allows her to go forward more and then back a little as well. And then we got the waist, so her legs come up 90 degrees, maybe even a little bit higher. So good movements here on the legs for these figures. They can come out really far and stuff to the side, so good movements overall. She does have a thigh twist as well. And then the double knee joint, which is a big knee, as you can see with the armor there. Of course it's real stiff and everything, but double knee back in there. And then down to the foot, where of course has the flex and twisting side to side. So all the same movements we see normally with Hasbro figures, but this one just looks very cool. I like her big like stature and stuff and her beefiness, of course the armor, and then she's a bodybuilder, so it all kinds of fits together to make her look as big as she is and stuff. But it kind of benefits though, because when we bring her gun in here, which is her particle cannon, so if we pull that off there, so there's her big giant gun. So it's a nice looking gun, of course more Russian written on it, but it's a nice gun with the, you know, the white details, the gold barrel there at the end, and then of course the rest is dark gray. And it's even got this blue little orb, which of course is part of her powers and stuff, shoots the thing, which speaking of is the thing we had in it is part of her energy beam that she shoots out. So this gun itself shoots out energy beams, so we're gonna go ahead and stick in there. And so hopefully with how big she is and everything, like her feet and stuff, so her base is pretty big, hopefully she'll be able to hold the gun with the beam in. So there we go, she can hold it like that. It kind of pulls her arms down, so I had her arms, you know, holding it up higher, but it kind of pulls it down, which is okay, because then it's, you know, more kind of like the machine gun where people hold it lower and stuff. But obviously if you take this off, it releases some of the weight and stuff, so she can hold it a lot better and stuff. But that's pretty cool that she can hold it, and again her base is big enough that it kind of holds it, so you just have to get in position though, but she'll be able to hold it properly and everything, so that's pretty cool. And then the other accessories she comes with 2 hands, so she has 2 fist hands as well. But let's go ahead now and look at her box here. So if we look on the back there, we see she is a tank. Her name is of course Alexandra, that we said. She's 38 years old. She's a soldier that's affiliated with the Russian Defense Forces, and then we can see the Russian flag there. So then we have all her like powers stuff here. So of course this second one over, because that's the ultimate, so I'll do the second one first, which is of course the particle cannon, which fires the energy beam that we saw, and then also an explosive charge. She has the particle barrier, which is a personal shield she forms around her, and then she also has the projected barrier, which she can shoot around the teammate to protect them. And then we've got her ultimate there, which is the gravity surge, which is a gravity bomb, you know, that she throws and explodes and pulls enemies into it and everything. So that's pretty cool there for Zarya. Next up we have McCree. His real name is Jesse McCree, and this is of course our cool cowboy here. So this is pretty like cool, like cybernetic steampunk cowboy type thing. So there we got a look up at his face there. Again, it's kind of hard to see with the shadows and stuff. He has a cowboy hat on there, of course, with some like skull or something there on the top, and then his face underneath there, which looks pretty good. They really have a really good looking face. Of course, they're the character designs from Overwatch and stuff, but they look like so realistic and everything. It's kind of cool though, the designs, of course, with the mustache and everything, the hair getting his face. Then we have his nice orange and red poncho there over the top of him, and then underneath we have his cowboy attire, so he's got a lot of brown on, as you can see, but he's got some gold there, like chest plate in the center for armor, some like pipes and stuff coming off the side, probably to power some stuff. A cybernetic arm here on his left hand, and then a normal hand over here on his right, and you can see his skin and everything there. Then he has a belt on. He's got a belt buckle that says BAMF, which I'm sure if you're watching this, you know what that stands for. I just don't want to say in case there's a younger audience. But then we got that holster and some, of course, ammunition and some of his flashbang grenades there on his holster as well. Then we got his legs, so he's got kind of like chaps on, it looks like, so he's darker pants underneath with the lighter brown pants on over the top. Has an armor piece there on his left knee, and then cowboy boots at the bottom with some spurs on them. I wish it'd be cool if they could spin and stuff. The little spurs there down at the bottom. So for movement, it's going to be pretty much same as Zarya, so his head can twist, and not much nodding because his chin and hair and everything get in the way, so he can't really nod or anything. But his arms do move up a little bit. They're kind of stiff in there and stuff, and kind of hidden by the poncho as well. But he does also have a butterfly joint, so that's kind of cool. No bicep twist or anything, but he does have the single elbow joint, as you can see there, which does also have the twist in it, so that's where we get that movement. And then the wrist kind of twist around and flex. And his other arm's going to be exactly the same. I thought it'd be different with the cybernetic, but no, it's exactly the same. So it's nice. Got a cool little point there on his elbow as well too. Then he's got the twist and crunch right under his chest. Then he has the additional crunch there right above his waist. Legs are going to be the same, so a little under 90 thigh twist. Again, the movements on these legs are really good though. They come out a lot to the side and board a good amount. Thigh twist and double knee joint down to the cowboy boot, so of course it flexes and doesn't twist very much just because of the covering of the chaps over the top. It doesn't allow twisting very much side to side, but you can there kind of do if you have it lowered down a little bit, it does. So for his accessory, of course, he's got to come with his gun here. So he's got his Peacekeeper, which is a revolver handgun here, which is pretty cool. It even has a little spur there down at the bottom. So you can take this, obviously stick in his hand. I'm not sure what hand this goes in. It looks a little bit weird. It almost looks like a toothpick hand, like you'd put a toothpick in his hand and then, you know, be able to like, you know, pull his hat or maybe clamp it on his hat to do like a knot or something. It just looks weird. It doesn't look like it would hold the gun, but it also does at the same time. So it's hard to tell exactly what this hand is supposed to do because it can only hold it like that because these two middle fingers are shut off and stuff. So I don't know exactly what that hand is for, but we do get an additional hand here of a grip hand. It has the trigger and everything. So we'll probably switch out the hands for that. So there it goes in his hands like that with that switch out. Again, I don't know what that other hand's for. He does also have a gun effect there, so you can just take that and slide it into the barrel of the Peacekeeper there. So it's, you know, looks like it's actually firing and shooting everything. And then he also comes with additional hand for his left, the cybernetic hand that's flat and everything. So you can take it to do the fan the hammer. So you just take it and, you know, go like that real quick on the hammer. So we'll probably switch that out later. Just right now it won't. And then he does also have the flashbangs, as I said, which do come off, and so you can take them off, you know, stick him in his hand there or something, or with his hand without the gun and take it to throw and stuff. So he's got his flashbangs there. So pretty dang cool here for McCree. So let's look at his box. So McCree is also a gunslinger for hire, so he's kind of like a bounty hunter. He's a damage, of course, Jason McCree. He's 37, bounty hunter, as I said, formerly affiliated with the Overwatch. He's an American. Then his moves down here, we have, of course, his Peacekeeper gun, which fires a single shot, or he can do the fan the hammer, which he's doing in the picture there like that. Then we've got the combat roll, so he can do a dive roll, you know, in whatever direction he's moving. And then we've got the flashbang, which of course they're on the side, which are blinding grenades, with his ultimate of the Deadeye there, so kind of like slows down time. He marks everyone that's in sight, and then once it speeds up, he, you know, fires and kills them all and everything. So pretty cool there for McCree. Then we've got Junkrat, which his real name is Jameson Fox, and he's a demolitionist criminal. And again, this was always one of my favorite characters to play. It's just because with his grenade launcher, just, you know, just shoot and hopefully he'll hit somebody, because that's the only thing I can really do in Overwatch. But this looks pretty cool. Again, he was always one of my favorites, so this is kind of cool looking character to me. There we got a look at his face, which is a crazy looking guy. You can see he's got the bald spot there on his head, so what hair he's got left is all kind of spiked up there. And because he deals with explosions and everything, he's got his face is all marked up with black. He's got a bunch of grenades there around on his shoulder pads going down to his back, which holds his tire and everything there on his backpack. You can see here on his right, he has like a mechanical arm there, so a nice big old orange arm there for that. And then his other arm is just normal. And you can see he's a real skinny character, so he's real skinny and everything. You can see his abs, and probably if it was more detailed, you could see his ribs and everything. So that's kind of cool. They made him as skinny as he is. He just looks ridiculously thin. And then we've got a little satchel here around his waist, so a little backpack with a canteen on it, then a belt there going into his green pants that are cut off and everything. You can see they're all tattered and torn. It has some patching on them. Has some some little patches here with some smiley faces and a skull there. And then on his right, you can see he has a peg leg, so he lost a leg, so he's now like a pirate and stuff. So he's got the orange kneecap there, the yellow there, probably like a shock or something like that, and then the peg there to walk on. And then his other leg is normal, but it's all bandaged up, as you can see, almost up to his knee, and then a black boot on the end of it. So with that peg leg, it's hard to get this character to stand. You have to like get it perfectly, and I don't know how he's gonna hold his guns for weight and everything, but it's hard to get him to stand up. I wish they had a stand or something here you could put with him or something. But let's check out his moves. So his head is going to be the normal of the twist, and not course kind of interrupted there by the grenades around him though. Arms are going to be the same, has the butterfly joint, and then of course the shoulders can come up, bicep twist. He has a single elbow joint with his mechanical arm here, so it doesn't bend up too much. You can't really get his hand bent up too high. It's got of course the flexibility and rotation as usual. He has the ab crunch, as you can really see his abs there, so the ab crunch and a twist there. Not too good of a twist, it's kind of stiff and scary and stuff, but has a twist there. Then the lower crunch, belt things kind of away, but there you can see the additional crunch. And then the legs are going to be about the same, so they move up about 90, go out to the side really far, about 90 that way too. And then the single knee joint there for that leg, and then you can see the double knee for the other leg. But of course with the way his pants are, you can't really get that second top knee joint to move. And then the foot is on like a ball thing, so it can twist around and move and everything. So let's check out his accessories. First off, he's got his frag grenade launcher, which of course shoots his grenades and everything. So nice big old gun here, and it has the effect there in the end of it. We'll try and get it in his hands. I don't know if he'll be able to hold it and stand up the way he is. Again, he's very picky and stuff because of that peg leg and everything, but we'll try to get it in his hand and stand. So I can't get him to stand with us, so I'll just have to hold it. But I don't like the hand very much because you don't get much movement out of it, and it keeps like pulling his hand down. And again, you can't move the elbow any higher up, so to move it you have to like lift his arm up real high and everything. And then of course we have the thing to stick in the end of it and stuff, so it's kind of disappointing. I can't really even get it to look good if you like try and double hand it and stuff. It just kind of looks really weird and everything, so not the best thing there for the gun. And then he also comes with a concussion mine, so a little mine he can plant down and then have it explode and everything. So say maybe we could stick his peg in there. Oh no, that doesn't work. Say maybe we can stick his peg in there and help him stand like that way. It will and everything, but so there maybe we'll just get him to do that to stand. And to explode that and stuff, he does come with an additional hand with like a trigger here to maybe explode the mine and everything, so that's kind of cool that he comes with that if you want to put that in his hand. And he also comes with another orange hand as well, that's just kind of like an open hand. And then we have his ultimate thing of the rip tire here, so a nice big old tire and stuff. Of course that rolls across the map and we'll talk about it in a second, but a nice big old tire there, and it does attach to his back, so again not very good there, and for him to stand and stuff it's going to be impossible with that on his back. Fortunately not very good with his peg leg. We definitely need like a stand to go with him or something, which they didn't include unfortunately. But let's check out his box. So here on the back you can see he's a damaged named Jameson Fox, age 25. He's an anarchist thief, demolitionist mercenary, and scavenger, formerly affiliated with the Junkers in Australia, so he's got the Australian flag there. Then we have of course all his weapon stuff here. So he has frag grenade launch, which launches grenades, his concussion mine, so a triggered mine. He also has a steel trap, which is a giant steel trap, that he plants on the ground. When people walk across it, it captures them and everything, which unfortunately didn't come with one for this. And this last one here is total mayhem, so it's when he dies he pretty much drops like bouncing betties and stuff, so he'll drop grenades and everything and they'll explode, so if the person that killed him or whatever's around, it'll explode them as well, with his ultimate being the tire there, which of course is the giant rip tire or RIP tire, which is a tire bomb that he shoots off and it goes rolling through the map and stuff that you control, and if you hit somebody it'll explode and kill them, or it can just explode after a certain amount of time and kill people that are around. So pretty dang cool there for Junkrat. Then we got the Brothers 2-pack of Genji and Hanzo. We'll go ahead and move Hanzo to the side and just look at Genji. So Genji is a cybernetic ninja, or a cyborg ninja, whatever you want to call it. So very cool looking figure. Is always of course one of people's favorites and everything. I'm not too crazy about his outfit. It doesn't look like it's the normal outfit. You may be able to tell me if this is a different one or not, but at least by the picture and what I've seen, he's usually more like silvery and grayish, but this time they have the white and then the red outfit on, and a reddish brown color on underneath. I don't know if that's what he's supposed to look like, or they just colors don't look perfect or whatever. Still pretty cool looking figure overall. So again, we gotta look his head. So it's got a nice big like knight looking armor, like medieval knight helmet there and stuff covering his face. I like the neon green color underneath there where the eyes are, and then he has a cloth over his head with some cloth hanging down over the back there, so that's pretty cool for that. And then it's just again his body armor, so he's got, I like the silver up here at the top for additional armor piece, of course, and he is a cyborg, so he's gonna have robotic pieces and everything, but then it's a white color, a whitish cream color over the top with a bunch of armor pieces, and then the brownish red underneath looks almost like skin or muscles and stuff underneath there and everything, going down to his feet where he's got the toed shoes and stuff, but he has like grips on his feet, as you can see. So for movements, we of course have the head twist and nod. We have the shoulders that can move around and rotate, butterfly joint, bicep twist, double elbow joint and wrist, twist and flex, ab crunch and twist a little bit, and then the additional lower crunch. Legs come out 90 out to the side pretty far as well, thigh twist, double knee joint, and the foot can flex and twist. So all the same movements as usual for all the other figures. He looks pretty dang cool and stuff again, as I said. So he's got a bunch of accessories here. So first off, he has a hand here that's got 2 fingers out, so it's kind of like a point and stuff. I don't know exactly what this is for or anything. I assume it's just for something he does, just an additional hand there for his left. And for his right, he has his shurikens, I think is what they're called. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but like ninja stars that he throws, the little triangle shapes there. And so I like, of course, the neon green color again of them throwing out. So I kind of want to switch this out here. So there you can kind of put on his hand like that, so he's throwing that. And then he comes with some additional swords. So he has a little smaller sword here, which can go into his little like back little sheath there. So there it kind of sticks out like that. And then he also has his dragon blade, which is a nice long katana sword here, again with the neon green, and that goes into the top sheath there on his back. So he's all weaponed out now. And so for his information, as we see on the back here, so he's a damage. His real name is Genji Shimada, age 35. He's an adventurer, formerly affiliated with the Shimada clan in Overwatch, and then he's from Japan, so he's got the Japanese flag there. And then we have his shurikens, which of course is 3 throwing stars. He's got deflect, which it takes out the blade and you can deflect projectile stuff shot at him back at his enemy. He does the swift strike, which is a dart forward with the blade slashing at his enemies with the little smaller blade. And then his ultimate of the dragon blade, which is his katana and stuff that he pulls out and can kill anybody pretty much one hit for a short amount of time. So pretty dang cool there for Genji, but we'll bring in his brother now of Hanzo. So Hanzo's the older brother. So Hanzo looks pretty cool here though. I like him better than Genji usually and stuff just because I love archers and everything, but pretty cool there. So there's, you get to see his actual face and stuff. He's not a cyborg, so he's a real human, but there's a look at his face so you can see his hair. He's, you know, starting to get gray and stuff since he's the older brother, but I like his hair with the bang coming down over the front, then the hair pulled up in the ponytail with of course the band there wrapped around it. And then you can see he's in just kind of like a samurai style outfit, some just a cloth outfit and everything, but it's kind of open so you can see his chest and everything. You can see his big old dragon tattoo wrapped there down his arm and stuff all the way to his wrist, so he has a sleeve tattoo, so it looks pretty cool for that. Then he's got a belt on here, so it has what looks to be kind of like a grenade and stuff and some pockets, and then some armor there on his feet and stuff, so on his knees, and then his feet are all armored up, some cloth there on his back, and then of course he has his band here with the quiver there with some arrows and stuff for his bow and everything. So for movement it's going to be the same, so the normal head movement. The shoulder's a little bit different. It does have the butterfly joint, but all it pretty much does is rotate. It doesn't really do any normal like shoulder movements around. And then the same for the elbow, so it's on like a big ball, as you can kind of see there. It's just a big old ball, but it does have a single joint there, so it does flex back and forth, but it also with the ball has the twist and everything there, so it's kind of cool. And then the normal hand of flex and twist, and then his opposite sides are pretty much the same as always, so it has the normal shoulder movements, is a butterfly joint, but it's kind of real stiff and everything there. You can kind of see it moving just a little bit. Bicep twist, double elbow joint in the same hand. Now he only has one twist and crunch, and it's right at his waist, so it allows him to twist and then also crunch there. And then his legs, because of his shirt and stuff, don't move too well, so they don't move forward too much, out a little bit more, but he does have the thigh twist right at the end of the shirt. Then he's got the double knee joint there, of course, with the metal covering, and then a foot flex and twist there at the bottom. But then we have all of his accessories, so again we got a lot to go through and stuff. So he's got his bow here, which is a pretty cool, nice looking bow. It's nice metallic blue color with some yellow there on the ends of it and stuff, so we got that, pretty cool. Of course for that he also has to have an arrow that he can shoot from it. He comes with hands here to hold the stuff, so he's got a hand there to pull back so to shoot the arrow and everything, and then a fist hand for his other hand. So we'll go and switch that out and everything so he can hold all this. So unfortunately I can't get his hands close enough together to be able to look like he's actually like, you know, trying to shoot the arrow and stuff. There's always the big gap there, so I'll have to probably mess around with that and stuff to be able to get his hands a little bit closer. I guess you can kind of just do that. Still doesn't look too good there and stuff, but you can do that with him. And then he has his ultimate of the dragon strike here, so it's a nice big old dragon. I assume you just take this and put this around his wrist, so you just probably slide this all the way down with the arrow in the middle and put that around his wrist and stuff, so it's supposed to, you know, look like he's shooting out the dragons and everything. So for Hanzo here, we can look at the box. He's a damage as well. Hanzo Shimada, age 38. He's a mercenary and an assassin, formerly affiliated with the Shimada clan. Again, he's from Japan, so Japanese flag there. Then we have his storm bow, which of course shoots the arrows and stuff. He has a sonic sonic arrow, which he can shoot and will track, you know, enemies and stuff. And then he has storm of arrows, which fires several arrows instantly and deal a lot of damage and everything, with his ultimate being the dragon strike, as we saw, which summons the spirit dragon, which is the big blue thing. Then he'll shoot that out and it'll travel, you know, across the map and stuff and destroy enemies in its wake. So pretty cool there for the Hanzo and Genji 2-pack there of characters of the brothers. So that's gonna be it for this video on the Overwatch Wave 2 set of figures from Hasbro, the Overwatch Ultimate. So pretty cool set here. Again, more cool characters and everything there of all the different characters, where we had the Zarya, McCree, Junkrat, and then Hanzo and Genji here. So pretty cool set altogether. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Leave a thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel to see more videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.